Howdy. I watched New Moon the other day, and whatever. I guess I have no problem giving it a 5. I mean, maybe a 4. Again, whatever. 5. I'm fine with that. It's about a girl who falls in love with a vampire, and the vampire can't be with her, so he leaves to protect her, pretty much, and leaves her in the protection, little does he know, of a werewolf. And she tries to get him back by hurting herself, or at least being reckless. And so he comes back, and yeah. The problem with the movie is, I mean, not a lot happened. Not a lot happened. At least it really seemed that way. I was bored with it a lot. I thought some of it was cool. It was well directed, well shot. It had a very solid theme and feel. It had a good soundtrack. Again, everything about the atmosphere and everything, the way the film made you feel was pretty good. Was kind of right on. I liked the feel of it. The execution, you know, the total product, I'm not so hot over. Some of the actors in the film are Robert Pattinson, who is huge. Taylor Lautner, who is huge now, and Kristen Stewart. I thought the acting was really bad in this movie. It's definitely one of the bad things about the movie. I'd say the writing and the acting are the two worst things about it. The problem with the acting is I never believed anything. I mean, you've got this human female who's in love with a vampire, and they say all these very intense, enormous things to each other. You know, soulmate type, you know, you're the reason I live, blah, blah, blah. They say these huge, impactful things, and I never for a second believed anything that they were saying. There's no emotion whatsoever to these actors. I don't get it. Again, there's just no intensity whatsoever when they're talking about the love of their lives, and oh, if you weren't here, I would die, and you know, they don't care whatsoever. So I didn't care whatsoever. There were some cool. I really like. It's from a novel, the Twilight series. You probably know that. When they talk about the world that, you know, the film tries to create, I really like that. Like when I find out stuff about their world, like the vampire lore, and I really like how the vampires are different than vampires I'm used to. And the werewolves, I like how the werewolves are different than werewolves I'm used to. It's, you know, expands on mythology that is well known and gives it twists, makes it cool, and I enjoy that part, which is probably why I'm giving it a 5. And again, it does have star power out the A, and again, it's well directed, well shot. The special effects don't get much better. I mean, that's again a problem I have with it. It's just hollow. It's shiny plastic meant to get money, you know, and that's all it's about. Money, money, money. There's no art there, really. And I don't know, the more I think about it, I think 5 is being too gracious. But I have no problem, you know, 4 or 5, whatever. But I was bored. Didn't care. So, I mean, you know, rent it, especially if you're a fan of the novels. I've never read any of the novels. I just know the movies, and the movies are not good. So, that is New Moon. If you're not a teenaged female, and you're a single guy, there's probably no reason for you to watch the movie. And I really don't know why I did either, except that I hate when people are talking about something that I have no idea about. So I want to at least be involved somewhat. And all my students, they love the Twilight. So I feel like I should be able to talk with them about something they love. But that's New Moon. It's a 5. Rent it if you want sometime. It might be worth it. Alright, check it out. Later.